run behind with this offensive line really is kind of a mix of some established premier veteran players that you need to keep healthy with some young guys that are coming along, and you got to get them up to speed quickly. And when I look around this division, Kurt, and I look at the Washington Commanders who've continued to upgrade that defensive front, you got to figure that's going to be one of the more talented groups in the league. The Philadelphia Eagles continue to add pieces up front with Hassan Reddick and Jordan Davis, and the Giants go out and get Kayvon Thibodeau. There's a lot of talent in the defensive fronts in this division. I think the Cowboys kind of go, maybe not so much as far as Dak Prescott takes them or Zeke Elliott. I think this offensive line will go a long way in deciding how far this offense goes.
I don't doubt that at all. I mean, we want to always talk about the shiny toys on the outside, and this was Dallas Cowboys team that was #1 in the league offensively, and a big part was because they were throwing the football. We see it every year. Teams that get to the playoffs across the board are teams that can win the line of scrimmage. So that is going to go a long way, and it's going to be a fascinating situation where you see, how do they use Zeke? How do they use Tony Pollard? I know a lot of people will look at the production of Tony Pollard last year and say, oh, well, he's the better back. I think they're different backs, and I think this team goes through what they do between the tackles. And Zeke is a guy, first 3 years in the league, he had 30 20-plus yard rushes, #1 in the National Football League. The last 3 years, he's only had 10. What does that mean? So it doesn't look like the same production. I mean, that's 400 yards in those years that he's getting on just big plays. He's not getting as many big plays. But what I love about Zeke is Zeke never goes backwards, and Zeke will turn a 2-yard run into a 4-yard run, a 4-yard run into a 6-yard run. And you don't understand how important that is for an offense to continue to move. To be the #1 offense in the league is because you're putting yourself in favorable situations. So I do believe this offense has to go through Zeke, the tough yards between the tackles, and then Tony Pollard is a great complementary piece when you can get him in space, or you can change it up with some of these outside zone runs and use that speed that he has that may be a little bit different in the open